Hey guys, welcome back to Brick System Brothers, and specifically to the eBay haul ongoing series on the channel. Bit of a smaller box today, but there's some good stuff in here. Let's open it up. So recently on the channel I've been doing more train related builds, thinking back to the Prince James Railroad, and as I worked on that, started expanding the rolling stock that I do have put together. I did run into some shortages in terms of the specific train elements that LEGO has released over the years, and that prompted me to go looking for some pieces to replenish that stock, and also just looking for good train deals in general. A derivative of that was the modified HO scale video I put up a little while ago. So that was something I didn't buy. This is something that I did buy, and I'm pretty happy about picking this up. An older version of the standard city passenger train set. It's actually part of the sticker here, 7897. So this was listed as incomplete, but it had a decent price to match. So everything in this box was a $65 bid, and the shipping had initially been estimated above $30. What I was able to do is message the seller. They had the original box, but it was kind of beat up. I said, hey, I don't need the box. Is there any way that you could ship it for cheaper? And you know, like looking at economy options, I don't need it right away. So they punched in some numbers, and they were able to ship it to me for about $10, which is that's a huge sale. So huge deal, money saver there. And yeah, ended up with an incomplete, but there's a lot here from the set. 7897. Probably the highlight is going to be these light bluish gray train elements, the buffer and the wheel set specifically. Based on the listing pictures, there's these three main cars here, and they had these wheel sets mostly intact. So that's going to give me 4 of the carriages per car, and then 2 of the light bluish gray bumpers. Really great to add that in for the price of this lot. So yeah, I've just unpacked one of probably the center car here. This also has the transparent dome. It's a nice piece. Next in that bag is one of the driving cars. This one actually has still the light bluish gray color, but these are the driving wheels. And this has all the electrical components here. So another really good looking partial set subassembly here. Lots of these older windows without the reinforcement, and then this white block is actually part of the driving unit. So this was where the batteries go. Looks like that is currently empty, so there's no battery corrosion to worry about. I'm gonna have to get this tested and see if it's still working. We've got a nice light brick up here, 1x2 with the bulb in it. But yeah, these I think this is 9 volt would be the voltage on these, and the cables here are just in great shape. Some of my 9 volt cables from the World City train are really deteriorating, even though I don't keep them in the sun. Like, I keep them stored kind of inertly, but they're just old. So yeah, cables looking really good here. That car looks good to me. And another thing in this top bag, the remaining, probably the tail unit. So it's got the room on here for the curved nose shape to go on, but the rest of it is seating. And another set of bogies in the light bluish gray. I don't think this one actually had the buffer because it's underneath the nose of the train, so that's not missing. It's just not part of the set. But this 4x6 bogie, another one of the pieces I'm kind of low on right now. So I'm not sure that I'll be attempting to complete this set and get a complete copy of 7897. This really is just a parts lot, but in and of itself, it's also a decent set lot based on how close it is to completion. The magnetic couplings are here. Those are going for decent money. It's a nice large size Ziploc bag I could use for some bulky pieces of some kind, perhaps. Put it over there for now. Alright, digging a little more towards the bottom of the bag, we've got some of the manuals. Kind of a bonus. A little bit dog-eared, tattered, not in terrible shape at all. Okay, manuals are good. Another really large bag. This one has the nose pieces. Both of them here. This one still has the headlight insert in here. And I think this is also a removable glass, compatible with the 1x4x5 frames. It's got those tabs on there. So that's interesting. This glass insert was compatible across the window range as well. So you could actually swap this in for the other colors of this piece that they've released, which I think is just the transparent clear and light blue. But it gives you the option. These are stickers on here, but again, everything in great shape here so far. And the roof sections, kind of the mix of the old dark gray. Someone maybe tried to bring this set closer to completion with the wrong colors, but that doesn't bother me too much. Okay. The remote. So this specific remote, I think, was pretty short-lived in the grand scheme of LEGO trains. For a while they had the 9-volt dial, which is the era I'm familiar with, and that's the first 9-volt train that I had the dial control. I've actually got it over here. Okay, this wasn't part of the lot. This is the 9-volt dial control, so this is what I had growing up, and I think they used it for a pretty long time. They were running with that. And then for a couple years they had this little remote infrared. It's got some molded detail in there, some studs, surface, and a little speaker. So again, battery powered. This doesn't feel like it has the batteries in it, so that's good. There's no corrosion to worry about. So yeah, another thing I'll have to get up in testing. And the last item in the box, the smaller bag. A little bit of a mixed bag, but there are some minifigs in here. We have cowboy guy, mustache. Let's get this focus. Bring it up here. Okay, one minifig. Here is a second. A little bit older. Early 2000s perhaps, late 90s. This Coast Guard. Don't think too many of these are from the actual train set. Probably this guy and this guy are the best bet that go with this particular set. And I've got two 8x8 bricks. This one's got some additional pieces on it. Knockoff Tyco in the center. Here is an additional kind of carrier piece. So that actually goes on the other side of this car. That's missing it right there. So I do have all four of those, looks like. Or all two, because they're only on the engine. Some additional knockoff pieces. Here's a bionicle weapon. Interesting to get in a train lot. A very faded. Here is the other light insert, transparent element, transparent red. The green chair, yeah, actually, this whole train is green chairs, and for the most part, they're all here in the cars. So one more loose, and also a mix of the track storage pins. So I actually do have the track in storage right now, but I guess I don't have a lot of these pins. Probably don't need to use them to store the track because they're all in a box, but it might be interesting to put a few of those together, and it would help move things a little faster probably if I needed to move track around. This, I think, is probably the control. It's kind of identical to that. Maybe it would go in the other end of the train, over here somewhere. Just a guess. And a couple other loose bricks that would help complete the model, if that's what I was going for, model completion. I might log all this in and just pull up the set inventory on Rebrickable to see how close I actually am. I'm guessing this is above 90% complete, just based on what I'm seeing here. Actually, no, because this set included a track layout, and I have no track in this haul. But in terms of the actual train itself, pieces for the train, maybe 95% of those. So set completion is not going to be very high because there isn't any track in this lot, but the carriages themselves, specifically the train elements I was going for here, they're present, they're in great shape, they're rare colors in this case, the light bluish gray. So yeah, this color of wheel was also used in the Santa Fe kind of, what was that, like 3-in-1. There was a whole series of these Santa Fe passenger cars, and they used the light bluish gray, and also the wheels were that light bluish gray color. So definitely something I should have got when I was younger, but I did have pretty limited Lego budget as a, I don't know, 10 to 15 year old. It was probably after those came out, actually. So I was even younger than that when those Santa Fe cars were around, and it just was something that kind of slipped on by. That's okay. Can't have everything. Don't need to have everything. I wouldn't have room for it. But I am adding some nice train pieces to the collection in this haul. So about $75 haul for piece count's going to be lower than my usual haul just because there's a lot of large train pieces. But value is still up there because a lot of this stuff is double digits on Bricklink. Well, double digits maybe the main controller body here and the remote. These smaller train wheel elements and stuff are probably still single digits, but I've got 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, 8 copies of this wheel, or 10 actually. There's 2 more in here, and then the motor unit here. So that value is definitely up there. I think I got my money's worth in this haul, and also getting these train elements in not quite bulk, but more than one at a time, which is probably what would happen if I was trying to get them on Bricklink. So happy about that as well. Alright, that is another eBay haul video. Still got a couple boxes in the backlog to get through, but we'll take them one at a time. Thanks for watching today, guys, and we'll see you next time on Brick System Brothers.